Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Nova War Says, sent in by you, the fans, to Lifesaglitchtv at gmail.com, with, of course, the proof of either a Incogni or NordVPN sub. Links in the description below, as always. This one comes in from Jiborama, who has named this Mining Moratorium. Fancy. To spam stasis in as many base locations as possible to deny your opponent from expanding at all times. Extra points if you succeed in denying your opponent from expanding in a ninja location. Once your enemy has been denied at least 3 times from expanding, you can finish the job. So this is basically like, get Oracle quick, throw stasis down basically in the where they would build the base, freeze their worker, that counts as one, move on to the next.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what that sounds like to me. So we'll see what can be done. We're here on Mothership, I believe is the name of this map, and it's the only one that I would really remember the name of because it's in the shape of a mothership.
That it is. Okay. Let's get it, man. Been doing a couple of these Nova War Says each week.
Yep.
Because you guys, so many of you guys have been submitting them. I think we'll have one more to do for next week, but we'll see if there's any more throughout the week. But we're just trying to hammer them out, but we also don't want like just a full week of Nova War Says, so we're just
spreading them out,
which is good. Some of these have been pretty good. That last one was really good. I was happy with that.
Yeah, the last one went very well. It was a good solid one. Good one to a good one to do in the sense that it was actually doable. But of course, as is tradition, we were up against a Diamond Zerg. It's the only thing that exists on the StarCraft 2 ladder, I'm convinced. There is no other races or players. It is Diamond Zergs the whole way down. Do we know what who we're up against on
Terran.
This one?
Yeah, Terran.
Is it Terran? Okay.
Yeah, I just saw an SEV. He might actually be in my base making something.
You being cheeky. There's a lot of real estate in these bases.
We're just gonna get out the early stalker here, and then I will use that to defend a Reaper. I'm just gonna look around here with a probe, make sure he's not
proxy.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and grab the Stargate.
There's the Reaper. Is he?
Oh yeah, he's definitely.
Yes, he is.
For the reckoning.
Now, little does he know, the plan for that Oracle is not what he might think.
No, not at all.
I wonder how that's going to change how he
He's probably going to put up missile turrets in his main at the very bare minimal. Probably put one at the neck.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine that's part of it. Well, got rid of the SCV, got rid of the attempted sexy Kyle, who did not end up being very sexy. And there's the first Oracle down on the field. A couple of gateways to go. That's going to be 3. Warp gate well on its way. Looking good. Feeling good. Expansion down.
Not yet. Am I allowed to poke?
No. I mean your expansion.
Oh.
Yeah, you're allowed to. Yeah, you're allowed to. You're basically just trying to deny three expansions with stasis. Is like the deal here. You can poke and wherever else. It didn't say you can't do literally anything until you have denied expansions. Part of the problem is that supposes that most people are going to go 4 base in the game because you're never able to get an Oracle out fast enough for the first one. I lied. Although he's probably building it in his base.
Your probes are under attack.
Whew.
He's gonna make it.
Oh, hopefully get him out of there. Wow. Got out of there alive. Very nice. Uh-oh. Here comes everyone's favorite early game Terran unit, the Cyclone. Oh my god! That was on the brink. Gotta commit. Nice. Nice. Losing to Steve there, but very important that that cyclone went down. Gonna lose. Oh, almost lost all 3 Steves, but don't. Or does not at the end. We got another or the Oracle did survive, and we got a Void Ray out there as well. Certainly got a little bit of work in. Unfortunate on the Steve losses, but
I got 1 stasis out there, but
yep.
One.
I'm gonna count it. That's 1.
That's 1.
That's 1. 2 more.
I would have preferred to be able to do damage to his SCVs, but you know it's not part of the Nova War says. So hey, we gotta follow the lead here. The commands.
I think you can attack with fucking whatever you want here.
Well,
it's
yeah,
really
but
you're not allowed to win the game until you've denied 3 bases with stasis. Is how this reads to me.
All right, here we go.
It is destined.
So I'm gonna start one here.
Oh, the cheeky pylon on top. Of course, forgets the Terran. He might not even bother with a third for quite a while. And of course, you have to kind of like these stasis. They don't last forever.
No, they don't.
So you can't even just like, you know, drop that shit and deuces and then hope for them to eventually get there. It's going to be within a window. What did they make it? It's like 90 seconds or something?
Oh, okay.
No, that's a cyclone.
Kill that.
You can.
I need him to lock onto this one first.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. He did switch targets there, though. Credit to him for being quick enough on the draw to switch targets. Steves are out. No third being built at either location just yet. But Mr. Black's third is. Cheeky bottom position.
This vessel, I order. Zaknaku Afar.
An omen. I see.
All right, got a nice little
Phase crystal
job here. Here comes. Oh, we can. Oh, can we get something? Can we get a freebie?
Channel that we are full.
Let us begin.
Where
We
they at?
interpret.
Where are they at? There they are. In front of your natural.
Of course. But of course.
Oh, a couple of ugly tanks there. Zealots are in.
That's a problem.
That is a big problem. It's a lot of Marines. Damn.
Not enough energy.
The threads of fate lie bare.
Damn.
I see.
Yeah, I think I just flat out lose, man. Just trying to do too much with oracles, with too many minerals.
Seek guidance.
I think the only, yeah. So the challenge with this one is one, still need to be able to do mineral line damage, but tough when you use most of your energy to put the stasis down with the early oracles. And then you're also presupposing that the opponent has any plans of getting a third base or fourth anytime soon.
Yeah.
Just by the nature of the beast. A lot of these games are just 2 base, maybe 3. Rare to be oracle out and in position before the natural goes down. The hold is there, but I'm sure there's going to be another wave of nonsense.
He's just 2 base.
Damn! Yeah.
There's not too much I can
Well, that's
do.
pretty.
I'm gonna
That's
try
pretty.
this one again,
That's
though.
pretty typical.
I'm gonna try this one again. This guy ain't even that good.
Yeah,
bro.
I think there's.
Like, you
I
just,
think
like,
there's
seriously,
a.
bro. Like, I gotta just think here for a second. I gotta think on how I can do this because I'm too fixated on trying to deny fucking bases, and I'm just like, yeah.
Well, I think that it might be worth it to wait for 2 oracles, stasis with one, harass with the other, because I think it's clear that with that much focus on trying to deny bases before you can win.
He didn't even go for bases, so it's like I'm trying to.
No, that's what. But and that's what I mean. That's what the challenge of this build is, partially the assumption that they're even going to build that many bases, because you can't get really an oracle out fast enough to deny a natural. So you're really talking about the first base you can deny is a third, and then you're assuming there's 3 more bases coming after that, which means you're just stalemating the game out until like the 15-minute mark, where there's theoretically a 5 to 6 base situation. So that's kind of like the hurdle with this. Yeah, I would say.
That's all right.
Now, I'm not sure how to tweak it. Well, the tweak would be don't do it can't be 3. There's just no way. It would have to be serendipitous for you to be able to be in the game long enough for that many bases to go down and to deny them with stasis. How about this? Can I make an amendment?
Yeah, I think as long as if the core essence,
the spirit of it's there.
Yeah.
So I just want you to try to do as within reason, as much. Use as much stasis as you can, generally speaking, but with a particular focus on freezing their mineral lines to stop them from collecting minerals.
See, I like that. The stasis in the mineral line.
I think that's.
It's far more.
You
know, damaging and viable because
It also means you don't have to like wait for them to build a base to make use of your oracles that you've committed to, right? Because if you can't get economic damage after rushing oracles, you're putting yourself so far behind, and then you have to wait for them to build like 5 total bases before you can, win condition. So I think for this one, just fold in as much stasis in the mineral line shenanigans as you can.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
And my only other condition with the oracles is before they're allowed to attack something, they have to put down 1 stasis.
Okay. Well, and the other thing is I will still put stasis on the mineral line, or on the, to deny as well.
Oh, sure.
But this just allows me to do something with oracles, because last game, like, I had oracles out, and I just couldn't do anything with them. Like, they're just like, wow, that's a fast Twilight. That is a very
we're going this route,
very fast Twilight. We could be up against
DT?
fast DT, yeah.
I don't know why Ultra Protoss would get a Twilight that quick. They're not about to drop High Templar in your base, I know that much.
State thy bidding. Intriguing.
We're sending a Bob in here too, interesting. Not gonna let Bob get any information, just gonna unfortunately go down. No, this is Bob plus. So we're just trying to do as much damage as possible here to get to DTs, and there's definitely a pylon over here somewhere.
No, I think he shaded over.
I have to imagine his goal is to try to like keep you busy until he can get to DT.
Oh yeah.
And then forward pylon.
I am. You require my skill. Restate thy bidding.
Well, it's a PvP. It's not a diamond Zerg. That's a miracle. But nevertheless, as is tradition with the ladder, there's always some nice aggressive early game play. Steve 1 and Steve 2 getting a lot of use as he is committed to sending more in over and over again to kill essentially a probe. And with that cannon down and whatnot, that's going to be kind of the end of
How
her.
did he get in?
He must have. We got one in.
Oh,
he shaded
he's come through here, I bet.
Yeah, because I think that only workers can go through there. people in the comment sections were berating us for not knowing that fact weeks ago when we were doing commentary on the map on this this map.
You have not enough minerals.
Mr. Black going in, gonna go for maybe a little cheeky stasis. Little cheeky stasis. There it is. Oh yeah!
That's funny.
That's just satisfying.
It really is.
Unfortunately, we have to deal with this bullshit.
An omen. Harmonized.
Not enough energy.
Our fates are one.
I would love to see what the math is like if somebody like just kept running in and getting stasis off. Like, let's say they got stasis on the probe line 2 times early game, where and you had that much of a success rate where you're hitting that many of the probes. Like, if that was more economically damaging than attempting to run in with 1 oracle and like try to kill all the probes, because that's 0 collection for a hot minute.
Oh man, that one hurt him.
Yes,
That one hurt him. I mean, again, he didn't plan to expand, right? Like, so
No.
it's hard to do, you know, expansion.
when everyone's
denials.
out here 1 and 2 base all inning,
Yeah,
it's hard to deny 3 expansions. But hey, the spirit was there.
Yeah,
we
I
got
like
the
it.
we got the in the mineral line.
Yeah.
That's we might have to try that one again with that kind of twist where we see, you know, just about really trolling with stasis in the mineral line. But that would be a really cool thing to math out.
Yeah.
Is how many probes would you have to kill in the early game with a single oracle before stasis in the early game actually had a bigger economic impact?
I mean, I feel like if I just attacked the probes, I would have done significantly more damage. Like, because I would have just melted half his mineral line. There's nothing there, right? So that's going to do more damage overall than stasis would. But still, stasis is a good way to piss off your opponent. And I had more oracles, right? So like I could have just kept doing this over and over and over and over and over again. But yeah, there we go. I mean, that was solid. We attempted his way fully on the first one. It was tough because he's just 2 base all inning me. And then this one here. Oh, look at this. We got gold. So that's good news for
Holy shit, it's a miracle.
Yeah, that's good news for when we do some more Nova War Says on the next ones. Thank you so much. Who was this that sent this in? That was
The name just escaped me. And I had my phone closed. 1 second.
Jiborama?
Jiborama.
Appreciate the support, Jiborama. Hopefully we did you proud. We had to make a little bit of a change there for ladder purposes, or we'd be here playing 10 games until we got an opponent that actually wanted to expand.
Expanded 5 times.
Yeah, but fun. That's a cool little thing. I always like using oracles, so it's always fun to do that. And yeah, big shout out. Thank you guys. Go and send in your submissions to lifesaglitchtv@gmail.com with your receipt of NordVPN or Incogni. That is going to be it for this
just
week.
had a thought.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Just pocket this.
Okay.
Hear me out.
I'm listening.
And maybe it just doesn't make sense in the course of battle, but if you have oracles and you've got your defensive stasis up, if you just have high temp, do you not just, with the new storm that lasts longer, do you not just put it down on the back, like, you know,
you definitely could.
quarter of the time, and then when they come out,
yes. In theory, you're 100% correct. The thing is when they come out, as they're being tickled, they will start moving away. So like, you'd almost have to.
Fair enough.
You'd have to like almost create a square, like a bigger square, so that way when they start running, they're still in a storm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in theory, I mean, yes, you won't do any damage when they're in the stasis.
No. It's
when
just
they come out of it,
but they're sitting there waiting for it.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I'm going to end it now.
Sounds good.
Okay, bye-bye.